Hi guys! It's been a while since I've done that, so I just really want to do it. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different and a little bit late, just because it is September, and I don't know how many of you actually know this, but next week is going to be Banned Books Week. It starts this Sunday all the way through next Saturday, so September 21st to September 27th, I believe. In celebration of Banned Books Week, I am going to share with you guys some of my favorite banned books, as well as just a little TBR that I have for this week. The first book that I'm going to share with you guys is actually probably my favorite classic that I've read so far, and it is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I actually read this the summer before my senior year of high school in preparation for my AP English class. This is actually a really beat up copy that I purchased at a used bookstore. It's a former library copy, and I really need to buy my own good copy of this, but this book, I don't know why, I just really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people have very kind of polarized views on this book. Some people absolutely love it, some people absolutely hate it, and there isn't that many people who are in kind of that gray area. I do see why a lot of people don't particularly like this. Holden is a little bit whiny and a tad bit annoying. I can see how it can be, but for me, I really liked him, and even though I did find him extremely whiny, I connected with this book at that point in my life, and I really enjoyed it, and it's probably, like I said, my favorite classic. I do really want to expand my classic literature knowledge though, so you guys will see a video on that soon. The second book might not really come as a shocker to a lot of you guys, but it is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I love this book. It is such a great book. If you haven't read this for some reason, I seriously recommend that you read this book and that you watch the movie as well, because the movie adaptation for this book was really wonderful, I thought. It has Emma, I always want to call her Emma Granger for some reason. It is not Emma Granger. She's in this movie, and I do get a giggle out of it every time because her English accent comes out in the movie, but it's a great movie. This is just such a beautiful book. Highly recommend it. Next book is What My Mother Doesn't Know by Sonia Soames. It's written in verse, so it's a fairly short read. You honestly could probably finish this book in an hour. It doesn't really take that long. I remember in middle school being in that kind of awkward stage in my life, and I picked this up and I really enjoyed it. I loved Sophie, the main character of this book. I was fascinated by the fact that the author could just portray such an in-depth story through just little poems, or not even, well, yeah, I mean, I guess they're poems. If you haven't read this for whatever reason, I really recommend that you read it, especially if you're younger. I feel like this is a book that is really good for younger kids, because she is, I think, 15. At the time I read this, I was like 12 or 13 years old, so I really connected with this, and I loved the cover. And I did also read the second book, which is What My Girlfriend Doesn't Know. I'm not going to tell you guys what that one's about because I think that would spoil the ending for this one. It brings back so many memories, and I absolutely loved it. It's just another banned book that I really like. The fourth book is a book that I actually don't have with me. It is The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. I love that book. I read that book way back in elementary school, and I absolutely loved it. I really want to get my own copy of it. That was honestly the first book that I read which was about Latin American experience in the United States, and I loved it. If you've never read it, I really recommend that you read it. Again, it's a fairly short book. It's basically the story of this girl who lives in a really poor part of, I can't remember what city it was. It's been a while since I read it, but she lives in a really poor part of a city. Through this book, she kind of tells the story of not only her own family, but the people around her neighborhood, and she's kind of learning to come to her own, accepting her identity. It's a wonderful book, and it's definitely one of my favorites, and I really recommend it if you're interested in, I don't know, maybe getting out of your own comfort zone a little bit. And then the fifth and final book is one that will come as no surprise to any of you, I don't think. It is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Best book ever, favorite series ever, the reason why I got into reading, the reason why I became an English major, the reason why I want to be a writer in the future. It's been banned countless times by a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to this book. As you can see, my copy has been very well read. It's been well loved. I'm trying my hardest not to destroy this book because it's a piece of me now. I absolutely love it. All-time favorite. I will never ever get rid of my collection of the Harry Potter books. My favorite series ever, guys. Ever. So those were 5 of my favorite frequently banned and or challenged books. For the next 2 books, these are actually going to be my little TBR for the week. I tried to pick 2 short ones on purpose because I'm not entirely sure how much time I'm going to have to read next week. The first book is a classic, The Great Gatsby by S. Scott Fitzgerald. I really want to read this. I still haven't watched the movie because I haven't read the book, and all of my friends who did read this in high school absolutely loved the movie. I bought it at a used bookstore a while back and I never got around to reading it. So I figured this is the perfect opportunity for me to start reading it and to see the movie because I really want to see the movie. It just looks so beautiful, that movie. It's just, oh, I really need to see it. The second book is The Giver by Louis Lowry. I still haven't watched the movie for this either because I haven't read the book. So I'm hoping to read this book and watch the movie as well. So this is my little mini TBR for the week. These are fairly short, so I feel like I'll do well. Hopefully. I'll have links for the Banned Books Week website down in the bottom bar below so you guys can go and check it out. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to check out all of my social media links down in the bottom bar as well as my other YouTube channels if you guys are interested. So that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you next time. Bye guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tag video. It is going to be the Would You Rather book tag.